What does it take to be named one of the best places to work in St. Lucie County? Find out next on Inside St. Lucie. Hello and welcome to this edition of Inside St. Lucie, SLC TV's monthly government affairs show. I'm your host, Eric Gill, Communications Director for St. Lucie County. On today's show, we're going to talk about jobs and human resources with my guest, Human Resources Director Tom Epsky and St. Lucie County Commissioner Linda Bartz. But before we meet our guest, here's some upcoming events and announcements from the Board of County Commissioners. St. Lucie County offices and attractions will be closed Monday, January 17th in observance of the Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. holiday. For the latest updates about all St. Lucie County Commission meetings, workshops, and events, be sure to visit our website at stlucieco.gov and click on our comprehensive calendar. And if you'd like to be added to our press release distribution list, send an email to pio@stlucieco.org and we'll be happy to include you. We also hope you'll follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. We're going to take a quick break. Before we do, we're going to check in with the latest economic development stats with another St. Lucie Works. For the seventh month in a row, St. Lucie County tourism numbers continue to make gains, with October's bed tax revenue increasing by 70% compared to last year. This figure is 30% higher than 2017, which holds the record for that month's collection. Overall building activity in unincorporated St. Lucie County experienced a drop again in October, with 1,039 permits being submitted compared to September's 1,083 permits. However, it was well above the targeted goal of 828 permits. The housing market remains strong. According to the Florida Realtors Association, the median home sale price in St. Lucie County in October was $335,000, up 29% from last year, while condo values also rose by 29%, with the median price at $245,500. St. Lucie County's unemployment rate fell again in October to 4.5%. Statewide, the unemployment rate was at 4%. The largest increase in the labor force on the Treasure Coast was in professional services with 3,500 new jobs, followed by leisure and hospitality with 2,700 new jobs, and construction and trades with 1,700 new positions. The biggest decrease in the workforce was in the government sector. If you work for a local business looking for skilled or trained labor, be sure to contact the staff at Career Sources. They can assist your company with its recruitment and training needs. And if you're an individual looking for a job, they can help you as well. Visit the Career Source online at careersourcerc.com or call 1-866-4U2-HIRE. Welcome back to Inside St. Lucie. I'm your host, Eric Gill, and I'm joined by St. Lucie County Commissioner Linda Bartz from District 3.
Good morning, Eric.
Good morning. And our new Human Resources Director, Tom Epsky. Thank you for joining us.
Well, thank you for having me, Eric.
Well, and I want to start with you since this is your first time on the show, but you're not new to the area. You've been in the area a long time, but you're new to the Board of County Commissioners.
Yes, I've lived in St. Lucie County for about 30 years. The last 20, I've had the honor of serving the people of Florida on the Reemployment Assistance Appeals Commission. We act like a court of appeal for contested labor and employment related cases, handling everything from workers' comp to Fair Labor Standards Act to workplace misconduct. And after 20 years of deciding cases and thinking, what was the employer thinking? Why would they do that? It was a tremendous opportunity to come back home and join an organization like this and make a difference.
Well, I had the privilege of taking a class at IRSC. The BOCC was offering classes in management and customer service, and you taught a couple of those, and I thought they were the best classes that I took post-college. I mean, you did a really great job, because I think you showed that you understood not just HR stuff, which is important for an HR director, but you also understood communications. One of my favorite ones was you said when an employee calls and says, I'm running a few minutes late, and you had everybody write down, what is a few minutes? And you look at the different perspective of 30 people. What is a few minutes to you? What is a few minutes? It ranged everywhere from 5 minutes to, I think, an hour,
right,
which to me is more than a few minutes late. So, I was really impressed with those classes.
Well, thank you very much. Yeah, teaching was a very important element. When I joined the commission back in 2001, I was always concerned about moving to a distant capital and that ivory tower mentality that can take hold. So it was a way to stay connected with real world issues. So I appreciate your saying that maybe there was an impact, because I've learned so much from the people who were in the classes as to what was happening in the employment sector.
And Commissioner Bartz, before your term in government, you worked in the private sector and
I did.
you managed folks.
I did. Hiring, firing, the whole 9 yards.
I imagine that it's different now today's climate with HR. You know, I think I heard something called to the Great Resignation in the past year because of the pandemic. There's this new shift in the way businesses work, but also the way people feel about working. You know, you work from home now, and there's remote, and you know, it's got to be strange.
It's different.
Yeah.
It definitely is different. I have mixed feelings on it because I think that the younger generation that is working now have a good work-life balance in a lot of ways that we didn't have. You know, it was go to work, go to work, go to work, and you didn't take out time for a lot of things that we should have.
Yes.
So I appreciate that, but I also believe you have to work to make a living, and I'm big on volunteering, and so you have to be out in the community, and I see less and less of that, and that disturbs me because those of us who've been doing it for so long want to pass the torch.
Sure.
And so we've got to have people that are willing to work and be able to pass the torch to do some things out in the community that we have.
Yeah. Well, and Tom, back to you too. I always joke when people say, "Oh, you know so much." I steal a line from Jay-Z and say, "I didn't pass the bar, but I know a little bit." But you've actually passed the bar, so you know a lot when it comes to HR issues. What do you think are the biggest challenges from the county perspective when it comes to hiring these days? Because we do have some vacancies, and you know there are openings.
Sure. Well, as you mentioned, the Great Resignation. Not only do we have historic lows in the unemployment rate, which is the measure of people in the workforce and how many are actively seeking work, but the labor participation rate, those that are just generally available, has shrunk. And so those two measures going down means it's incredibly difficult to find people who are qualified with the competencies necessary to fill the vacant positions.
Yeah, it's about a year or two ago, Howard Tipton, our county administrator, was talking to some students at Indian River State College. They were trying to get a Florida City County Managers Association student chapter at the campus, and Martin County's administrator was there, Fort Pierce City Manager, PSL City Manager, and Howard had said, you know, local government is one of the places that has one of the most diverse job opportunities around. And it really, I thought, wow, he's really right, because we have videographers, we have graphic designers, we have planners, we have epidemiologists, you know, we have mosquito techs, we have, you know, a wide range of positions available, which is great. And then we even have, but it's got to be a challenge at the same time too, because from an HR standpoint, you know, it's not like we're a construction company, we're only looking for skilled labor, we're also looking for technical and office assistants as well.
Absolutely. We have such a diverse focus to meet the needs of our citizens and the mission that we have to carry out on their behalf.
Yeah. So what are some creative ways we're tackling that?
Well, thanks to the leadership of Commissioner Bartz and our colleagues on the commission, we have positioned the county to be an employer of choice, offering things like the flexible work environment, offering a solid benefits package to attract talent to come to work for us, and establishing a culture here. One of the things that impressed me so much and why I just am so thankful to be part of this team is the culture of people who are just so nice and pleasant to work with. And that is directly proportional to the type of service that we can give to our citizens that we work with every day.
Yeah, and Commissioner, I know the last couple of years you've been to the Best Places to Work luncheons, and,
I have.
and been part of that. The county's been honored, I think, since 2016 to win that award.
It's pretty exciting. You know, that award goes to businesses of like sizes, and it really makes you realize how great the things are that we're doing in attracting employees. But when I look at the longevity of our employees, it really makes me understand how they appreciate what they're doing, where they are, and certainly that goes back the other way, and we appreciate them.
Yeah, and getting back to the Best Places to Work, it isn't an arbitrary just, oh, we heard you're a good place to work. You know, Tom, HR has a questionnaire and a series of, do you offer training out, opportunities to, like, I talked before at the college, but we offer internal trainings through HR and IT.
Yeah, it's like 37 different measures that we're evaluated on, everything from our turnover rate to promotional opportunities to the types of benefit and retirement packages that we offer.
Nice. And we are part of the Florida retirement system, so that helps. But there are additional benefits that the board has offered. We have our own employee health clinic, which, it also saves taxpayer money in the long run.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I think that having the best places to work holds the businesses accountable. It's not just a matter of HR going in and checking the boxes and saying, oh yeah, we do this great. Oh yeah, we do this great. They're really held accountable. And I think that says a lot about any business that gets that award.
Yeah.
But I'm really proud of the county.
Yeah. And I remember a few years ago just talking to some like we have AC maintenance guys, and they were frustrated because the market in the private sector, the pay was better, and they were losing guys to pay. But, like you said, Tom, the benefits that we offer, sometimes it's a better trade-off, like you said, for the longevity. If you're looking at the long term and you want to be here and put roots in the community, that's one of the things I've always said, this isn't just a job for me. I live here, I pay taxes, I vote, my kids go to the public school here. I want this community to do well because I look at it as more of a stakeholder in the organization rather than just an employee.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. And St. Lucie County is not a place where I have to come to work. I get to come to work.
Yeah.
And that makes a big difference in who we are attracting to work for us.
Yeah. And Mr. Morris, I know on the commission level, you've looked at employment not just from the BOCC level, because commissioners only get to hire really 2 positions, or 3, your executive assistant, the county administrator, and the county attorney. And Dan's been here since the county started, I think, right?
Pretty close,
yeah.
pretty close.
We kid about Dan wrote the original charter, but.
Well, and he's Dorian Gray.
Yeah.
So he has never aged
Exactly.
either.
But you guys have focused on the jobs in the community beyond the BOCC. There's been a huge push in recent years to diversify the job base in manufacturing, skilled labor, distribution. We've had a lot of great success this past year, groundbreakings and all kinds of stuff going in.
That's always been important to me. Having raised my children here, it was always disturbing to me that they went away to school and they didn't come back.
Yeah.
So it is nice to see the fact that people are going to school here, they are learning trades here, and they're working here, and they are not traveling out of the county. So I think that that's been a big benefit. Unfortunately, I also think that that attributes back to the how hard it is to attract employees, because for the first time, I think we have more jobs in most cases than we do have people out there to fill them.
Sure.
And I love that.
Yeah. When it comes to recruiting businesses, we work closely with the Economic Development Council, and,
Yes.
and recently the city of Port St. Lucie had a special election in December, runoff election. But on that ballot, there was a question about tax abatement.
Yes.
And the county has the same tax abatement similar, it's not the same, it's for
Right.
unincorporated companies that want to move to the unincorporated area. And that's up for renewal at the end of this year in the November election. It's a 10-year thing, it's approved by the voters. Let's talk a little bit about that, because it's going to be important for us as a tool to recruit new businesses.
Absolutely. That is how we've gotten many of the businesses here, not all of them. But more than that, we have grown some businesses here. So it is not a giveaway of money. And I will tell you, we hold these businesses accountable and watch what they're doing. So when they are promising so many employees at a higher rate of pay, we're checking on that. So other than that, they are not going to get that abatement. It is typically property that we were getting almost nothing on.
Because there was nothing on it before.
Right.
Sure.
And so when you build on it, it obviously brings in taxes and some relief to our residents.
Absolutely, and it's a short-term tax abatement, right? It's not forever.
Yes.
It's a 5 or
Oh,
10-year thing, and then but they still
absolutely.
pay school tax, they still pay the fire district, still pay South Florida Water Management. It's just usually the city and county governments that
Yes.
where the
And,
abatement occurs.
and if they are expanding their business, they're continuing to pay taxes on the business that they've been running and only abated on the addition.
And like you said, the additional employees with the higher wages, hopefully those employees are living in our county. But
Yes.
even if they're not, they're probably still getting gas and they're still eating out for lunch. And so there is a huge ripple effect through the community.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Sure, and economic data shows that every dollar spent turns over 4 or 5 times in the community.
Yeah. So that investment has a 4 to 5 impact. So if, Tom, let's get back to focusing on our jobs. We've got some positions open throughout the county, it seems like, in various departments, and there's some that have, higher turnover either because the workforce isn't there for that specific position, or it's just, industry-wide a turnover job. What are you guys doing? I know a couple years ago they partnered with Central, I think. Fort Pierce Central had a criminal justice program, and we added a 911 training in there to kind of open students' eyes into being literally the first responder in St. Lucie County.
Yeah, so the county has been very innovative in reaching out and crossing some thresholds where maybe we hadn't looked towards traditional labor before, but certainly we are out there with job fairs. We have some upcoming job fairs in Fort Pierce on January 20th, and all of our positions are posted on our website, stlucieco.gov, to be able to look for relevant jobs that may be of interest to people.
Yeah, and we've tried to even do some social media posts for other positions.
Yes.
Once a week, let people know these are the type of just to, like I said, when Howard said that about the diversity at local government, it never really dawned on me until he said it out loud. And I thought, yeah, we hired plumbers, electricians,
Absolutely.
planning office assistants, network specialists. Runs the gamut. I don't think of can't think of many other businesses unless you're a huge, large company that would have such a diverse workforce.
Exactly.
Well, Commissioner, anything else as we're getting into the new year here, goals for this upcoming year for the board or for you?
Well, for me, you may know I am very interested in the cultural arts. So I've got a couple of little projects that I hope to be unveiling soon.
Still talking about the recycling thing?
Well,
Am I tipping the hat?
No, well, that's part of it.
Okay.
But no, there's a couple of other projects. We are looking at displaying artwork in the courthouse. So we will be having an opening to do that, and that will be local artists. Kind of excited about that, and the judges all jumped on board and said, hey, let's do it. So we've got a couple of projects like that. Obviously, we're working with the homeless. I'm also honored to be on the committee that is looking at moving the medical examiner's facility.
Which is at college now?
Is at the college now. That facility is truly very, very old. It is time to, time to stop dumping money into it, and our county's growing, so we have to have more space. So again, I'm honored to be on that committee and looking at spots, working with the college. This county is so good about building partnerships so that we're all on the same page, working for the same goals. It's all about community.
Yeah. And Tom, what about you? What about the HR department? What are their goals this year, other than fill every position?
Fill every position. It's a challenge when you're trying to meet the citizen needs to have some of those open positions, but we're hopeful that we can get our message out through a partnership with communications, and you've done a stellar job to help us in that. And just to sell why St. Lucie County is an employer of choice.
Yeah, and even beyond employment, Commissioner Bartz, you touched on earlier, you mentioned something about volunteering and giving back to the community. And I know that organizations like the libraries utilizes a lot of volunteers, and I'm sure the pandemic probably, scared some volunteers away, or, didn't want to take that risk, and we're starting to build that back up. I know environmental resources, solid waste, we're talking about doing some more beach cleanups, those kind of big cleanups. And I know we've seen some emails recently from residents, and I agree with them. The litter sometimes it drives me
Absolutely.
crazy, and and sometimes it's on private property where we can't go in and pick up shopping centers or whatever, but you can certainly call code enforcement on them. I thought we want to bring the hammer down, but we really need to make sure we keep our streets. So there are plenty of volunteer opportunities at the county, and I think that's on the HR. That all goes through HR
That
to start
does,
with.
They're listed on the website with our other paying positions.
Yeah, so and that's a great way too for younger folks that want to get their foot in the door, right? Volunteer, get to know
Absolutely.
the organization, let them know what kind of skills you have, and there may not be an opening right now, but
No, Chris,
And-
I'm sorry, Commissioner. I was
No,
going to say
that's
we also encourage people to participate in our Citizens Academy
Just going to talk.
to learn
Yeah.
about St. Lucie County and the very diverse ways that we touch and impact everybody's lives.
absolutely. Well, Christian, anything else before we wrap up the show?
No, I was going to mention
The Citizens Academy? But Kelly's done a great job with that.
She really has, and it really gives people more insight into what we do.
Yeah.
I know in my prior life we started something like that. I hear comments from citizens all the time.
Yes.
Yeah.
As I do with social media and you posting about the jobs. I'm surprised that I get the phone calls saying, so you posted that we've got job openings and this is what, and I'm constantly referring them over to our HR and our website. So hopefully we all work in partnership.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's funny. The Citizens Academy thing was one time. A couple governments have gone virtual with all that now, but I still think you miss that interaction. You know, what I mean, the virtual world's great, but sitting down and watching a video, somebody tell you what solid waste does, versus going out to the landfill and experiencing the sights and sounds and smells of
Well, I'm hoping that that is going to change.
Yeah.
That is left over with the pandemic.
Sure.
And people want to be safe. So I think that many organizations I'm involved in are still doing Zoom, virtual.
Yeah.
And I miss that in-person feeling.
Yeah.
But I think that we're going to get there. And again, you're right. There is nothing like being in person, having somebody from that department actually coming in to speak to you or doing the field trips. All of that is so important.
Absolutely. Well, Tom, anything else you want to mention before we wrap up the show? Just encourage people to check out our website for the postings.
Check out the website, stlucieco.org, and
job fairs too.
and
right?
job fairs as well.
That's another great opportunity. Well, thank you both for coming on the show.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you, Eric.
Don't go anywhere. We're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll wrap up the show. We hope you've enjoyed this edition of Inside St. Lucie, and we hope you'll tune in again next month. If you have topics or subjects you'd like to see covered here on the program relating to St. Lucie County government, give us a call at 772-462-1791 or send us an email at pio@stlucieco.org. And if you'd like to see previously aired episodes of this or other SLC TV programs, visit our YouTube channel at youtube.com/stluciegov. I'm your host, Eric Gill, for myself and the staff. Thanks for watching.